Today is a great day for the Union. It is a great day for women. It is a great day for biology. It's a great day for genuine trans folk too. But most of all, it is a great day for the long-suffering people of Scotland who have been dictated to by a cult of personality, not a true leader. Now, here's what I said on this show less than 24 hours ago. And we'll be far better off without scheming Sturgeon's separatism obsession. It's time for her to do a Jacinda Ardern, listen to the polls, then shuffle off the stage. Then at 11 a.m. this morning, dramatic confirmation from scheming Sturgeon that she will do just that.
In my head and in my heart, I know that time is now. That it is right for me, for my party and for the country. And so today I am announcing my intention to step down as First Minister and leader of my party.
But then, predictably, the attempt to rewrite history began. The woman who was so convinced she would one day be the Queen of Scots. She wasn't leaving because the public had turned on her extreme hard-left woke agenda, which resulted, by the way, in the male rapist Adam Graham being sent to an all-female prison. No, nothing to do with that, or her cratering poll ratings and failed bid for an illegal second referendum on Scottish separatism.
Though I know it will be tempting to see it as such, this decision is not a reaction to short-term pressures.
Well, I'm sorry. I call BS on that. Sturgeon knew the game was up. Scots, even loyal SNP supporters, were saying no to her bid to stoke a culture war at the expense of poor trans folk to distract from her monumental failure to deliver Scottish separation. They were saying no to her call for the next general election to be a referendum on separatism too, because she's driving Scotland into the ground with a failing NHS, record ambulance waiting times and the highest drug deaths in Europe. So Sturgeon leaves office with her separatism dream shattered and a litany of failures.
The Scotland we seek is open, welcoming, diverse and inclusive, and no Tory is ever going to be allowed to change that.
I want to take this opportunity to say how sorry I am for my breach of rules that I ask all of us to follow every single day. I am kicking myself very hard, possibly harder than my worst critic ever could. This is a UK government that sees an opportunity to stoke a culture war. Trans women are women, but in the prison context, there is no automatic right for a trans woman.
So there are contexts where a trans woman is not a woman?
No, there is. My comments about her, the person being a rapist.
I think you just referred to Ireland Bryson using the word her. Does that mean you do, in fact, think she is a woman?
Anything into. I am trying to rationally.
Individual.
Look,
you started saying her.
Why
did you say that?
I can't remember. I'll take your word for it.
Sounds like
fine.
a Freudian
look,
slip.
I'm trying not to.
But look, let's be fair. I'm sure she had successes too. She didn't seem to mention any in her press conference. We must have found some though, right? No. So despite that lack of any discernible success, the left-wing media establishment has been lining Sturgeon's exit route, tears in their eyes, to bagpipe her off into the sunset. Sly News political editor Beth Rigby fawned Sturgeon, one of the most formidable politicians of her generation. ITV News political editor Robert Peston went further, swooning. That was a truly remarkable resignation statement by Nicola Sturgeon. Whether or not you back her ideas and convictions, she has been one of the most important politicians of this generation. Her call for less irrationality and hysteria in politics should be heeded. Are you serious, Mr. Peston? Remember when Sturgeon said this a matter of months ago?
The question to me is, would I prefer a Labour government over a Tory government? I detest the Tories and everything they stand for, so it's not difficult to answer that question.
She detests the Tories. Right. So look, if you were left in any doubt about the intrinsic bias of the British MSM, then today is a big wake-up call. Compare the love fest over Sturgeon to the vitriol and hysteria pumped out on the days that both Boris Johnson and Liz Truss resigned after deranged campaigns by the media. But never forget, in the end, the people of Scotland saw through the Sturgeon rhetoric, especially when it came to women's safety. Today she claimed this.
I have been, am and will always be a feminist. I will fight for women's rights and I will stand up against threats to women's rights.
I'm sorry, she referred to the male rapist Adam Graham as a her and sent him to a female prison while stripping away the rights of biological women. Sturgeon has set women's rights back by a generation, and that is her legacy.